Hey guys, it's Kelly. Hey, I got through this really fast. It's the 9th page in my 28-page mini art journal series, and it is dedicated to all of you sweet people that find time in your extremely busy days to comment and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate all your support, and it really does warm my heart. It really does. So I got this sped up to just about 11 and a half minutes. So I used my Distress paint in Pool. I'm disappointed in my Distress paint daubers because they all dried up on me, and adding water just makes them goopy, and I don't know, I'm disappointed in them, but I use them anyway. So that is a stencil that I got from Michael's. Can't remember the name of it. I've had it for a long time, but I like the swirlies because it was like the steam coming off of coffee. Although it looks like I'm swiping it across there, I am dabbing it. You can't swipe that across. So I just dabbed that on there and let that dry. And that was spiced marmalade, and that is also Distress spiced marmalade that I'm putting in a little coffee cup and just adding some color around the outside. And the strips of paper are from my scrap bin. I just have committed to using as much as I can in projects like this. It's a great use of your scrap bin little strips. If they're not in strips, cut it in strips and make it work. So, and to color my little cute coffee cup, and that's a Fisker stamp set that I bought recently. I got it on clearance a couple months ago. And just using that stamp set for this. So I'm using my Inktense pencils to color it. Just some blue and red and just some colors that would go well with the background. And I sped it up really quick because there's nothing more boring than watching somebody color something. But I love my Inktense pencils, as you know. So, and I just put some subtle colors in there, and then I can't remember if I caught it on film because there's a lot that got edited out, but for the steam that's coming up from the cup, I put bark is the color that I use to put the coffee in there, and that's what I'm coloring right there. And I just used the extra from that made it kind of like a grayish tone to color in that steam, because it didn't look right just leaving it white. So it's like a gray tone I added in there. And then it's like indigo blue and then sky blue, I believe, are the colors that I used. Because I've only got a set of 12, but I do adore my set of 12. Hopefully I can add to that this year. We'll see. So, oh, whoop, look, it's upside down. I didn't start all over. It's upside down. So after I dried it, colored it, and all that good stuff, I just backed it with some black cardstock. I liked how that made it look nice and neat. This page has a card-like quality to it, and I kind of like it. Makes me want to make some more cards. And that sentiment, your kindness warms my heart, was just perfect for how I was feeling about this page. Again, it's dedicated to all you guys. You know, I've had such a busy life and just pulling double duty for lots of reasons. Stories is too long to get into. But a very, very hectic life over the last, feels like 2 months. But especially over the last few weeks. So, but the fact that you guys are also busy and you still find time in your day to comment and like and subscribe and share my videos and things, I really do appreciate it, and it definitely warms my heart for sure. So, yeah, so there's my golden gel medium that I hardly ever use because it's really thick, and I thought, you know, I'll use it this time. And I know that's not the right kind of knife, but that was the only one that I had that was as rigid as I wanted, and it's my Cricut spatula, actually. So I just laid that down, and it dries kind of matte, which I liked, but I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it on here. So, and I wanted to make the whole thing non-porous, so I wound up, after using the gel, covering it with decoupage or Mod Podge, because I knew I wanted to highlight each one of those little lines of the strips that I'm gluing down. I wanted to use my black Faber-Castell pit marker and just add some highlights in there and some shadows. A gray one would probably work much better, or even a brown one. But again, just what I'm limited to. I just use what I got, and I think it winds up working out just fine. So I just dried that up real quick. I like the gel medium, but it's too thick. I think I'll try the Faber-Castell one. So when I matted them both, I thought it looked nice like that. And then I just put some paper down, and this is where I was like, you know what? Nah, the gel medium is just, it's not working out. I didn't like the finish as much as I thought I would. So I decided to cover it all up with, I think it's like a generic Mod Podge, Decoupage, whatever. They're all the same. So I'll get to it eventually. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful New Year. I was hoping I would have more time to do some more pages, but work and family and life just explodes at sometimes, and you gotta do what you gotta do. And that's what I've been doing. I've been doing what I have to do. I haven't been able to do what I really want to do. Hopefully that'll change here soon. So there it is. I sealed the whole thing, and then off screen I did the Faber-Castell pit marker and highlighted it. And I guess I didn't do that yet, but right here I'm just using my white gel pen, Jelly Roll pen, and just adding some highlights. And the reason why I write on my skin, and for those that don't know, I don't do it because I have, you know, some dysfunction. I do it because it helps get that roller moving and makes the ink go. So, and I don't know why this looks so blurry to me. Hopefully it'll fix itself, but it looks really, really blurry when I'm doing all my edits. But you know what it says. Yeah, that was blurry because now it's all straight. But anyway, so then I just have, this is a heart stamp that I've had in my stash since I first started crafting. And it's just, I have no idea who made it. Probably a Fisker stamp or Inkadinkadoo or something. And it had all these cute little ladybugs and stuff on it. And I just thought it was the cutest little heart because I wanted them floating all over the page. I thought it went nicely. So I used archival ink and I stamped it on a few of them. And then I thought, you know what, 4 hearts doesn't look right. I need at least 5. So, and I did a little tag too with a little heart with that stamp set I showed you. I wound up not using the tag. It just didn't go. It didn't match right. So, but even after I did 5 hearts, and I'm just fussy cutting that, even if after I did 5 hearts, I was like, nope, I need more. More hearts need to be floating around the page. And that's mixed media paper that I'm using for the hearts. I wanted it to be thick because I used my Inktense pencils and water with it. So doing that with plain paper, the paper would just buckle and curl. So, and I think that's 140 pound mixed media paper. It feels like 140. I don't think it's 90 pound, but 90 pound would work too. You could get away with that. It's much cheaper. So that last one didn't stamp right, but that's okay. I just fix it with my Inktense black pencil in the end. So there you can see off screen I did the black highlights around all the things, and now I'm just adding very fine splatters. That big brush in gesso, watered down gesso, is what I like to use for the really fine little tiny splatters that I want. And I like the variation I get with that big brush. There's all kinds of ways that everybody has to add splatters, and just go with whatever works best for you. But this is, I needed to gesso something else on the side and with that big brush, so it wound up working out just fine. And that big white splatter that ended, I was okay with that. Didn't matter. Splatters. I was cool with it. So, and then you can, hopefully you can see in there where I used the black Faber-Castell pit marker to kind of highlight, put some shadows in there between those little pages. I mean those little strips of paper. So, and then I'm just gluing down my cup and my sentiment with score tape. I need to use something pretty thick because the bottom of it is a little uneven, and I didn't want wet glue for some reason. I just opted not to use that. Pretty simple design, nothing real fussy about it. And that's one of my favorite glues in my craft room is the Aliens Turbo Tacky Glue. It's a stronger, faster drying, and that is the truth. You don't get much move around time on that. It grabs pretty quick, but it lasts for a long time. You can use it on anything. So, and it dries nice and clear too, so you don't have to worry about, you know, the white showing around the edges. Like some of those hearts have the white coming out. It will dry clear and you won't see it. So I just kind of threw them down there randomly all over. And I'm putting reflection marks on them. I thought about adding shadows around them, but they were already outlined in black, so I opted not to do that. They were already highlighted enough for my liking. And again, I'm trying to keep everything in this art journal, this mini art journal series, trying to keep everything as flat as I can, but still add dimension, which can be very challenging at times, but definitely doable. So page 9, ta-da! And now I'm just going to date it and put my initials on there, January 7th, 2015. There it is. So thank you guys so much for watching and all your sweet comments. And although I don't have time to respond to every single one, I listen to them all. I read I read them all. So thanks again. Happy New Year and a lot more to come.